Hello children, how are you? How are you today? I am good, I am well. What about you? Hello kids, welcome to Savita Code Academy. This one our EVS lecture class 3rd. Kids, today we revise chapter number 13, the sun, moon and stars for exam your 6th worksheet. Kids, from this one chapter we learn sun, about sun and the solar system. Second one, moon and its phases. Third one, stars and constellations. Kids, first we read this one, then we solve all question answer, fill ups, match, option type question, broad question. Okay kids, you must have seen the sky at night. Yes, all of you? Very good. We do not see the sun. The night sky is full of stars. They form different patterns and shapes in the sky. Here, two patterns you can see. Textbook saying, join the dots to make patterns of stars seen in the sky. This one a Great Bear and this one a Orion. Have you seen groups of stars in the sky? Yes. Second one, stars look like tiny dots of light in the sky because of they are very far from Earth, okay, or us. Let's come to the point. Please pay attention. The sun and the solar system. The sun is a huge ball of fire which gives us heat and light. The earth moves around the sun. The earth is a planet. A planet is a round object that moves around the sun in a fixed path called an orbit. What is the orbit? This one sentence your answer. The sun and 8 planets are part of the solar system. The 8 planets are Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus and Neptune. Planets do not have any light of their own. Then who gives light to them? Sun. Okay. They reflect the light of the sun that falls on them. The Earth is the third planet from the sun. It is the only planet known to. Here one fact file or textbook given. Mercury is the smallest planet, saying Jupiter is the largest planet, Saturn is the lightest planet. Please read fact file also, because on fact file your science teacher can give you few questions also which answer you can search in fact file. Okay, you can see what about Mercury, tell me one line. Jupiter, Saturn. Okay, Saturn is the lightest planet. If there was a bathtub large enough to dip Saturn, it would float on water. Okay, see here. Reflect means what? Word help here, like glossary word. Okay, meaning reflect means what? Send backlight from a surface. Okay, and you can see here 8 planets: Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, this one, Uranus and this one Neptune. Okay. Now, moon. This one a moon. The moon is our closest neighbor in the sky. Just as the earth moves around the sun, the moon moves around the earth. The moon is also called the earth's satellite. A satellite is an object that moves around a planet like our earth. Other planets also have satellites. Pictures of the moon show that it has mountains. There are also huge holes on the moon. What is a craters? That one means huge holes. Okay, these holes are called craters. There is no air on the moon. You can see craters on the moon in this picture. The moon does not have light of its own. It reflects the light of the sun. One fact file important here. In 1969, Neil Armstrong became the first human to land and walk on the moon. Who? Neil Armstrong. His footprints on the moon will stay there forever. There is no air or water to blow them. Okay. Phases of the moon. The shape of the moon seems to change every night. The different shapes of the moon are called the phases of the moon. What is the phases of the moon? This one very important question your EVS teacher can give you in science paper. And this one phases of the moon is very important. So please practice all phases of the moon and their label also, their name also. For example, new moon, crescent, half moon, and this one a full moon. Okay. Let's come to the point. The shape of the moon seems to change every night. The different shape of the moon are called the phases of the moon. As the moon rotates around the earth, different parts of the moon can be seen from the earth. This is the reason for the phases of the moon. This one phases of the moon is very important. Okay. So please practice all phases of the moon and their name also. The moon changes from a new moon, and kids, you can use to draw phases of the moon any coin or a round shape thing, small one. Okay, like this. The moon changes from a new moon, which can hardly be seen, to a full moon, and then back to the new moon in about 29 days. Now let's remember. Circle the odd one out in each of the following. First one, full moon, half moon, Uranus, crescent. See, full moon, half moon, crescent, all are phases of the moon, and this one Uranus, this one a planet, so it's an odd man out, so circle it. Second one, Mercury, Saturn, Sun, and Earth. Sun, odd man. Third one, star, moon, crater, satellite. Star, this one a odd man. Write T for the true and F for the false statement. First one, the moon is our closest star. Yes, it's a true statement. Second one, the sun revolves around the moon. It's a false. Saturn is the lightest planet. It's a true. Okay, because before in the first one fact file we read there is a Saturn is the lightest planet. Yes, remember? Very good. Then next one about the stars. Like the sun, stars are also huge balls of a fire. They appear as tiny dots of light because they are very far away from us, means very far away from earth. Okay. The sun is also a star. It is the star closest to the earth. To look at the moon and the stars in the night sky, we use an instrument called the telescope. A telescope helps us to see far off objects such as the stars, the moon, and the planets clearly when we use telescope. Okay, then tell few word about telescope. So please refer this one statement. Okay, some stars appear to form a pattern or a shape in the sky. Such patterns formed by a group of stars are called constellations. The Great Bear, this one. The Great Bear and Orion, means the hunter, okay, are two constellations you could easily identify in the night sky. Can you spot any of these in the night sky? Yes. Which one? Both. Then know your scientist. Hans Lippershey was a Dutch who is believed to have invented the telescope. Lippershey used lenses to make his basic telescope and called his invention a kijker, meaning looker in Dutch. Okay, Lippershey was the first person to describe what a telescope is in his writings. Then What's in next page about astronomers? Astronomers are a people who study the object in the sky. They have identified many constellations. Some 1500 years ago, an Indian astronomer, Aryabhatta, explained that the earth is round and rotates on its axis. He also said that the moon has no light of its own but shines when lit by sunlight. Bhaskara and Varaha Mihra were two other great Indian astronomers of ancient India. Galileo, an Italian, and Johannes Kepler, a German, are other famous astronomers. Please buy it all astronomers' name. Okay. Now, know your scientist. Madhava of Sangama Grama was an Indian mathematician, astronomer of the Middle Ages. He was from the town of Sangama Grama in Kerala and is known to be the founder of the Kerala School of Astronomy and Mathematics. Kids, now time to keywords. It's very important because using keywords you can write down easily your question answers. For example, what is a planet, what is astronomers, what is a constellation, what is a telescope. Okay. First one, planets. Planets are a round object that move around the sun in a fixed path called orbit. What is the orbit also? This one statement. Your answer. Astronomers. People who study objects in the sky are called astronomers. Constellations, patterns formed by a group of stars in the sky are called constellations. Telescope. An instrument that help us see far off object is called a telescope. Now, this one chapter summary. There are 8 planets in the solar system. Yes. Using this one statement, you can write down answer. How many planets in a solar system? Yes. Your answer, there are 8 planets in the solar system. So, summary also very important. Okay. So, please read this one or write down. The moon is the Earth satellite and moves around the Earth. The surface of the moon has huge holes called craters. What is a craters? Your answer, the surface of the moon has huge holes called craters. Fourth one, the shape of the moon seems to change every night. Astronomers study objects in the sky. Aryabhatta was a well-known astronomer of ancient India. Who is a Aryabhatta? Who is a Aryabhatta or who is a well-known astronomer ancient India? Who is a Aryabhatta? Okay. Astronomers use telescope to view objects in the sky. When telescope used to see few objects in the sky. Okay. Now, exercise time. Object type questions. A1. Fill in the blanks with the correct words. The earth goes around the sun in its orbit, option correct. The moon is the earth satellite, option you write down here. The holes on the moon are called craters. The instrument that help us to see far off object is called a telescope. Okay. Kids, fifth one, dash is a constellation. The hunter or Aryabhatta. This one a hunter. The hunter is a constellation. So write down here the hunter. Okay. T-H-E, the hunter. H-U-N-T-E-R. The hunter is a constellation. Okay. Next one, B1. Write T for the true and F for the false statement. There are many craters on the moon. True. Neil Armstrong was the first person to land on the moon. True. New moon looks big and bright. This one, true. All stars are huge balls of fire. True. We can see the moon and the stars in the sky using a microscope. False. Using telescope. Okay. Choose the correct option. First one, which of these is a notier planet? Earth, Orion, Uranus or Neptune? Orion, this one option correct. Second one, which of these is a constellation? The Hunter, Kepler, Galileo, all of these. The Hunter, this one a constellation. Third one, who among of the following is not an Indian astronomer? Aryabhatta, Kepler, Bhaskara, Varaha, Mihara. Kepler, this one. Okay. Which of these is noted true about the moon? There are many holes on the moon. There is no air on the moon. It does not have light of its own. There is water on it. Which of these is not true about the moon? Yes, there is water on it. This one, option correct. Fifth one, which of these is a note of phases of the moon? New moon, no moon, crescent, full moon, no moon. Okay. Which is the largest planet? Jupiter. Now turn page 134. Which of these is true about the moon? It moves around the earth. It changes its shape. It has craters. All of these. Yes. All of correct. So D1, all of these is correct. 8.1, what is a group of stars and make a pattern called? Telescope, constellation, astronomer, satellite. Constellations. D1, match the following, column A and column B. From column A, smallest planet, which one? Mercury. Largest planet, which one? Jupiter. And lightest planet, Saturn. Constellations, Orion. Astronomer, Aryabhatta. Then very short answer type questions. Give one word for the following, only one word in an answer. The fixed path in which a planet moves around the sun orbit. An object that moves around a planet satellite. Huge holes on the surface of the moon, craters. The instrument used to look at the moon and the stars in the night sky, telescope. Patterns or shapes of stars in the sky, constellations. Okay. Next, B1, give two examples of the following planets: Venus, Earth, Mercury, satellite. Any two you write down. Okay. Second, phases of the moon: new moon, full moon, half moon. Any two you write down there. Next one, constellations: Great Bear and Orion. Astronomers of ancient India: Bhaskaracharya and Varaha Mihara. Fifth one, non-Indian astronomers: Kepler, Neil Armstrongs. Okay. Kids, now answer the following question, broad questions. Third one, answer the following question. First one, what is a planet? Name the largest planet. How you search your answer? See. Planets. Planets are a round object that move around the sun in a fixed path called a orbit. This one, your answer. So I tell you before, keywords very important. So by head all keywords and summary also. And whatever questions in ahead, name the largest planet. Which one is largest planet? Jupiter. In a fact file may be our answer. Jupiter. See here. Jupiter is the largest planet. Yes. So fact file also very important to search your answer. Okay. Now second one. Name the planets of the solar system in the order from the sun. The planet of the solar system is order from the sun are Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus and Neptune. Okay. Then third one. What is a satellite? A satellite is an object that moves around a planet. Then fourth one. Write a short notes on the surface of the moon. Kids. Fourth one. Write a short note on the surface of the moon. Where you can search this one question answer. See. In a summary, see here. The surface of the moon has a huge holes called craters. And see. From this one para, this one pictures of the moon means surface of the moon show that it has a mountains. There are also huge holes on the moon. These holes are called craters. Okay, there is no air on the moon. Is one of your question answers. Next question, fifth one. Explain the phases of the moon. Where is phases of the moon? Here. New moon, crescent, half moon, and last one full moon. But all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 phases you show with pictures and their names, labels. Okay. And see here, the different shapes of the moon are called the phases of the moon. The shape of the moon seems to change every night. The different shape of the moon are called the phases of moon. As the moon rotates around the earth, different shape of the moon can be seen from the earth. Okay, and draw this one phases with a label. Okay, now next one, sixth one. What is a constellations? This one sixth question answer where we can search what is a constellation. See, first we see keyword. See here, constellations. Patterns formed by a group of stars in the sky are called a constellation. And examples you can write down. This one a Great Bear and a Orion. Okay, examples in your answer is very important. When you write examples, your answer being effective and you can got out of marks. Okay, seventh one. Who are astronomers? Astronomers, see here, people who study objects in the sky are called astronomers. Okay, and you can write down few astronomers examples also from this para you can take. See, who is astronomers? Aryabhatta, okay, Neil Armstrong, John Kepler, German, all are German, Galileo. Okay, you can write down as a astronomers. Okay, examples, then your answer being effective and you got out of marks. And that type we finish our all broad question answer. Kids, I hope all of you enjoyed today's lecture and better understood, and it's very useful video for your sixth one worksheet exam preparation. Thank you kids. Bye bye.